seems like everything is up and running. We are good to go right now. Make sure all our stuff is going. Just making sure. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me. We are currently just south of Kingfisher, Oklahoma, moving south towards what I think is probably going to be the best environment for today overall for storms. Might be a little bit, I think it's going to be a little bit after dark. I've kind of thrown away any dreams of a daytime storm here that produces tornadoes. So it feels like everything this year has either been a night chase or in bad terrain, but it's usually how it goes early season. So just how it goes. Slight risk out for severe thunderstorms today, 5% tornado risk out, including the Oklahoma City metro area. Our target is just southwest of there, as I think we're going to catch a storm that's kind of moving through the Oklahoma City metro in a couple hours here. Storms are already fired in southeastern Nebraska, which was kind of a secondary target today. They look pretty interesting, but they haven't really done too much so far. And there was a couple storms firing north of me in the northern couple counties of Oklahoma. I'm not going to go after those. I think those are mostly going to be hailstorms and Boeing line segments. A couple supercells could be mixed in there, but that is not really what I'm interested in. I'm trying to find a supercell, which I think is going to come out of southwestern Oklahoma. So we're going to get out and clean the windshield and get some gas here, but we're driving about a half hour south towards the El Reno area, and then we might go southwest from there. Might go southwest from there. But my dreams of a daytime storm chase in Oklahoma have been shattered once again. Every time I chase Oklahoma, it seems like it's always after dark. Position a little bit further north. I was hoping things would be a little further north, but unfortunately that's not the case. So we're going to move south before everything really gets going. A couple showers starting to go up near Enid, and then up by Ponca City, Oklahoma right now. Those should transform into possibly severe thunderstorms here in the next hour or so. Kind of right on that cold front boundary, which is the main reason I'm dropping south. We want to stay south of the cold front, otherwise we risk our storms being undercut by cool air, which can't happen if we're trying to find tornadoes. So just cannot happen. So those storms firing right now in Enid are kind of north of this front here. North of that front. So definitely not what we're interested in. We're looking for something to come out of the Lawton area, I think, in the next hour is when I would expect it to form. And that smudge right there on the just to the right hand side of the screen is bothering me. But we'll stop and fix that when we get there. Seems like some daytime daytime tornado produces are unlikely. Get 5 super chats in the next 3 hours. What should I do? What should I do? We'll leave that for later. Wish I could do subscriber goals through this, but I'm definitely more interested in subscribers right now than I am super chats. But Sean, if you're not watching right now, I'm gonna be upset. You promised me you'd watch. Doesn't matter if it's on Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Video download was canceled. I didn't download a video. That's strange. But maybe we'll stop for gas up here near El Reno and then wipe off the stupid windshield, which seems to smudge every 4.5 seconds. I will stop at the first Casey's I see. There's a Valero here. Maybe we'll stop here. We'll stop here. Both same price. Alright, we'll pause here for a minute, fill up with gas, wipe off the windshield, and then probably keep just going south here. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be right back. Get my wallet and toss my coffee from earlier. Okay. Just realized there's no trash cans out here. I got duped. Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back with some Cheez-Its, and before I forget, we're gonna grab the wipes to wipe off the... Main issue is... Oh, never mind, I found it. I was about to say, I don't remember where I put them. To try these wipes out, and they said no smudging, but that was definitely a lie. Here. One more. Maybe one more. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Looking pretty clear. Okay. Okay, we're gonna turn off this device so it stops hogging service. Here we go. Hello Chubbs 1701, how are you doing? Welcome in the chat. Alright, I think we're going to continue south here. All those storms, that storm up by Enid is north of the front, so we're not even going to bother with it. My original forecast is still on track. I was just hoping for things to get further north, so some storms should fire near the Carnegie, Lawton, Oklahoma area here in the next hour. I don't think it's going to be a long wait. I think by about the time we get down there, we're going to have our first storms going up. There we go. Might have to restart the phone a little bit. It's already overheating somehow, so device real quick to cool it off. It's running at high temperature right now. This has happened the last two chases and I'm not entirely sure why. Because it doesn't really feel that hot, so it doesn't really feel that warm. Some storms here to the southwest shortly. Chance for tornadoes today issued by the Storm Prediction Center. They have a discussion out. I'd expect a watch to get issued pretty shortly here. Already some severe thunderstorms going up west of Dallas. Near Santo, heading towards Weatherford, Texas. A severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for roughly the Gainesville, Texas area, out west to Bowie, Texas, and then southwestward towards Eden, Texas, Brady, Texas, and then moving eastward towards the west side of Killeen, Texas, and then northeast towards the Randolph, Texas area, northeast of Dallas. So that severe thunderstorm watch is going to be in effect here for, let's see, 6 hours. 6 hours and 19 minutes is when that severe watch expires. There's already a couple severe warned storms. Looks like a supercell rolling through Santo, Texas right now. And where we're at, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a discussion, which is basically them trying to forecast short term what they think is going to happen and whether or not they're going to issue a watch for this activity. They have an 80% chance of issuing a watch, which is pretty high. Severe weather threat with large hail, severe wind gusts, and tornadoes is expected to develop across Oklahoma this evening and tonight. Excuse me, tonight. Unfortunately, these are all going to take place after sunset. There's got to be chasers up here parked on the side of the road just waiting. There's someone off to the left there. And then there's these two right here. Yep. across northwest Oklahoma into southern Kansas and into northeast Kansas, and then it kind of arcs back north into southeastern Nebraska. There are a couple storms in southeastern Nebraska ongoing right now. That was kind of my secondary target for today. I did not end up going up there. Those are just east of Beatrice, Nebraska. A tornado watch to be issued, but I could be completely wrong on that. Thank you, Be Smiley. We will. Just still dreaming of those daytime storms, though. Haven't really got a great daytime chase this year. Check our trying to do a lot better job at reading chat. I do a lot better job. Got a nice sunset here. Really seems like something's about to go west. There's some cloud cover overhead. It's kind of obscuring our view just to the southwest. 50 mile per hour speed limit. When flashing. That's kind of crazy. School in session at 8 p.m. Okay, we'll speed back up. We left that school zone, so. South, I think we're just going to go west of Chickasha. See if we can't get something down there, because the problem with going too far north is that cold front's going to start to come south, or going to keep coming south, and it's going to pinch off a lot of our those storms and keep them elevated above the cold front. And you know, when they're on that north side of the cold front, they're not going to have pretty much any tornado potential. They'll get some big hail for sure up there, though, and probably some damaging winds. Western edge of that 5% tornado risk right now, extending just west of El Reno. right now. I visited the Twisters Museum today, the Twister Movie Museum, up in Wichita, Oklahoma, which is where they filmed part of the original Twister movie. You got to go see some of the memorabilia from the movie. They even actually just got donated some stuff from the second movie. So I'd highly recommend that place if you're into tornadoes. It's in Wichita, Oklahoma. But they said that they gave, since part of the movie was filmed here in El Reno, that El Reno got some stuff too, and they could be opening something up in the future, but she didn't know for sure. I had a tornado last year just south of El Reno after sunset on May 19th. I think it was the EF1, maybe EF2. That wasn't very strong, but it's photogenic. I just didn't have my camera settings correct, so my pictures came out all out of focus. Not fun. Here, I think. Didn't see a sign saying otherwise. I'm gonna turn on US 81 here and get south of Chickasha, Oklahoma. Probably west of Chickasha, honestly. I don't like sitting on the interstates during storm chases, so if there's highways around them, I'll tend to take those instead. Just because, like, if you miss your exit, you could be, you could be in a completely bad spot. And I've had that a couple times where, I missed my exit and it caused me to miss something cool or get there late. Stay off the interstates. I love the interstates for getting to the targets, but once storms start to form, I get off as fast as I can. Last time I was here, this was all under construction, this bridge was. Maybe it was somewhere else. There we go, tornado watch issued for Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Just got issued. My radar just refreshed. We are now on just outside of a tornado watch right now. This will last for 5 hours. This will last until, what time is it? 5 hours, 8 minutes from now. About 1 a.m., right? 2 a.m.? Check my mail. Yeah, until 1 a.m. So we'll look at the parameters of this watch, because with every tornado watch, they'll give out like percentages. They'll be like, you know, there's a this % chance of a strong tornado, this % chance of 2 or more tornadoes, this % chance of a certain hail event, and so on. So you can kind of use those percentages to gauge how serious the the National Weather Service thinks this threat's going to be, or more so how widespread. The Twist-X Memorial is just south of here. That tragic 2013 El Reno tornado came through. Widest tornado ever. I was confused why that guy wasn't going. Is my lane closed? It must be closed. I think I see a tower starting to pop up. We'll turn right and you'll see it kind of poking up just to our southwest here. It's kind of far, but on the right side of the screen you can kind of see a little bubble on top of the clouds. That is a new tower that's trying to go up, a new storm that's trying to form. And that's probably going to end up being our storm for the whole night. Don't have much reason to think otherwise. So we're gonna drop south here. Storms are gonna be moving somewhat fast today, but nothing like the past couple chases I've been on where everything was moving at like 40 or 50, 60. This is gonna be moving, I think, closer to 35, which is still pretty fast, but definitely manageable. Thank you, B Smiley, for the gas fund. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat. It really helps me out. WB Smiley. That tornado watch has been issued. I think that's another chaser turning around right now to go south towards Chickasha. You can see that kind of bubble. Try and zoom in a little. I'm not sure how well I can. That right there. It's probably going to develop into our storm. Cabin lights here, and big hail being reported on those storms southwest of Dallas. 1.75-inch hail reported on that storm that's heading up towards Weatherford and Mineral Wells, Texas. We might get some big hail up here too. As we go through the night, the low-level shear is supposed to increase. That's when that tornado threat, I think, is going to be maximized. Probably in the next 2 to 3 hours, I had to guess. Yeah. Low-level shear is not the largest, but it's definitely looking pretty strong here in the next couple hours. Right now it's relatively weak compared to what it's going to get to, but maybe that'll be enough to overcome the cap. It's going to fight with our storms. See way off in the distance there, that little bubble. Looks like it's going to become our storm here. Well, it's looking a little flat. On top at least. It's getting dark and we've got all these clouds around us, so it's tough to get a full picture till we get closer. Allegedly, my phone is overheating, but it's been saying that for like 35 minutes, so. Restarting it would fix it, but it's cooling off in the car, it's cooling off outside, so, and we don't have any sun blasting on it, so. In Union City right now. Just cruising through town. Absolutely cruising. I gotta, once we get up here, I'm gonna stop and charge my phone. Switch down to a 1-lane here, or 2-lane, I guess. Now we finally hit it. We drove 10,000 miles this month. And I think we've got 4 or 5 tornadoes. I still have to go check my footage to see if I saw 2 Poplar Bluff tornadoes or just 1. hoping that this stuff would take off about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, mature for 2 hours, and then start producing tornadoes right about now. But unfortunately, we didn't get so lucky with daytime thunderstorms. But we got a lot of season left, so we got a pretty crazy stretch coming up. There's a chase today, tomorrow, Monday, and then Tuesday, I think at least, out till April 2nd. So I know I'm chasing today, and I'm probably chasing tomorrow, but after that I haven't looked too closely. It's possible that Monday is so far out east on the East Coast that we don't bother with it, and we go towards, I think that there's a risk out like southeastern Nebraska on Tuesday, so we really have to pick. And most of the time I'm going to pick the plains over pretty much anywhere else. Today's definitely an interesting setup. I'm curious to see how this goes. Last night I think the models were not quite firing storms down here, and then this morning they really picked it up, so got a storm going up near Enid still, stuff near Canton. I expect all that to be north of that cold front. That stuff's all north of that warm front, so not really what we're going after. We're gonna get down to Chickasha and wait. Maybe we stop a town north of Chickasha just in case, if we can find a spot there with good service, just south of this river that we just crossed. We are hitting a ton of bugs. It's already bug season in Oklahoma. Thankfully out here they're almost all like really tiny bugs. When you get up to like the northern plains, like South Dakota, North Dakota, in like June, July, you're hitting like giant bugs. And you gotta clean your windshield off every 20 minutes. Here it's pretty rough, but not that bad. There, we got chasers lined up all down US 81 here waiting for storms. I think that storm may be way down in Texas. It's already starting to flatten now. We might be waiting for something like that to come out of Texas. Definitely possible. Get south of Minco here, or Minso? Minco sounds correct to me. And we'll refocus you guys so you guys will have light again and be able to see. Look at that. Magic. So. Keep going. I do think it's probably wise to stop here. We really don't want a storm to get going too much north of us. But it's also probably wise to sit back a little bit because it's nighttime and there's some cloud cover aloft, so it's a little bit tougher to see exactly where these storms are going up on satellite. We're really just gonna have to use radar. That big key though is going to be where that cold front is relative to our storm. I mean, if our storm's north of the cold front, it's not our storm anymore. But That's a chaser too. Rivers coming through here, so view might be a little obstructed. Maybe we should have sat back north, but it is what it is. Simple Simon's Pizza. I bet that place is good. Bad. Pull off on the next county road, I think. Right after this little bend in the road. Yeah, that's got to be way down there. That's got to be like Lawton or Vernon. Yeah, probably south of Lawton, where that thing is right now. Could continue. You will do 3 miles further south. Not too familiar with chasing this area, so our goal is to try and get on. Get on things quickly in these nighttime scenarios, which really hasn't worked out for me very well, but I just would like to stay in the good terrain. I think the road I was going to turn on's up here, but maybe there's like kind of a little hill up here with these wind turbines, so maybe I'll wait another mile. I would just sit on the hill with the wind turbines. Yeah, I think I can do that up here in a mile. Because this road kind of at the bottom of the valley, and then another mile. I think we're okay to go just up this hill here. Take it right up here if this is an open public road, that is. There's like a grove of trees right there, but that's fine. That's fine. All these cows are staring at me. They're not used to people coming up through here. There's a storm way down there. See it right behind that turbine on the very left. That's that storm that I was looking at earlier. I misjudged how far away it was. Let's see. Now we wait. Yeah, that stuff's firing near Wichita Falls. So further south than I thought. Got a couple storms that have fired down there. A couple little blips, Wichita Falls, and then even like Burke Bennett. Yeah, definitely. That might be what we go after here. They're moving definitely further south than I was expecting, so we're gonna look at everything. Look at our environment here. So, yeah. Refresh this. Look at mesoscale analysis. Cape. Definitely more backed winds further south, but the problem with too far south is the capping is much stronger. There's kind of a sweet spot. But those might be the only storms we get with how strong the cap is. Got some good vorticity out there. Let's check our surface. I want to see our convergence. That's where that stronger convergence is. Seems like that cold front's going to ignite here very quickly if it hasn't already. Storm's supposed to be by Duncan here about 9 o'clock, which is about 40 miles south of us. So we'll have to keep that storm in mind. I am still hoping that something goes up northwest of Lawton. Definitely seeing kind of a weak boundary collision on radar in the Snyder, Oklahoma, down to Wichita Falls, Texas area. Winds are definitely more backed there too, which is definitely more favorable than further north. I want to check surface base cape. Still pretty capped, but... And then we'll look at our observations. I want to see the dew points. And then I'm going to go plug the phone in. Wrap UCAR. Yeah, so 63 dew point at Duncan with 77 temperature. 66 dew point down in Ardmore. 64 dew point. What town is that? What town is that? Well, northwest of Dallas, just say. The winds are just definitely more backed down by Duncan. And there's kind of surface divergence where we're at right now. Yep, special weather statement out for those storms now in Wichita Falls. That's our question, is do we go south for that? I'm gonna say we should start heading that way. Because if something forms further west, if something forms north, it's gonna form northwest of those storms. So we can always come back up, but it's gonna be harder to get south if we go west first. All right, I'm gonna get my phone charger. I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, it's nice out. gonna plug everything in. iPad, phone. I don't think laptop needs to be charged, so we'll unplug that for now. Keep it handy though. Alright, what's getting charged first? What cord is this? Okay. There goes phone. We need to put our sunglasses away. No use of these being sitting out right now. And then iPad charger. Actually got a whole extra charger in here. Never happens. I always forget a charger and I'm one down. Okay. And then we're gonna set up our tripod and stuff just to get ready for nighttime photography, and then I think we're gonna slide south. Actually, there might be one more thing I want to plug in, which is I should have a special hotspot thing in here. Don't remember if I brought it. Got a bunch of power banks. Not looking like I brought it. Okay, we'll check the last bag. Otherwise, we'll just have to roll with what we got. I swear I brought it. Check our main bag one more time. Oh, I found it. It was hiding. Okay. Instead of the iPad, which is actually fully charged right now, we'll charge our hotspot. You're going in the console. Cable's gonna go in here. Perfect. There we go. Okay, hotspot's plugged in. And there we go. Should be all set. This thing keeps coming unplugged really easily out of and then I'm gonna set up my camera real quick. Just because I want to be able to take things out quickly. All right. Okay, perfect. I forgot, I haven't had a chase since then, so it's still on the night stuff from 2 days ago. We're just gonna set our tripod to a good medium level here that will still fit in the car, but be ready to go immediately. So we don't have to fiddle around with it. we're gonna head towards those storms down by Wichita Falls right now as they move north into Oklahoma. Okay, should be back. Everything should be ready to go. Sorry about that. I restarted the phone to get rid of the issues with temperature. Why is this not charging my phone? Oh well. I should have a power bank. I'm gonna switch to that instead of using car power. Check our main power bank here. Hopefully this is my favorite one, but it's almost dead. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't charging phone there. Okay. All right, sorry about that, guys. Long pit stop, I know, but we're gonna go south to try and get on these Wichita Falls storms because not certain that stuff is gonna fire further further northwest. It might, but we're gonna just go south just to be safe and get to where we need to get to. It'll be easier to come back north on these storms than it will be to try and get south to these ones, at least in my opinion. So we'll head down towards Duncan, Oklahoma, and we'll reset the focus. It would work. Compensation. Here we go. South of Oklahoma City. Put you guys up a little more. There we go. Try to brighten us down on this. All the way down. Okay. Pit stop took longer than we wanted. got everything ready to go. The storm's matured pretty quickly. We'll be on it within an hour. Gum in here and I lost it. There we go. I hate my iPad because I still haven't turned off the auto brightness setting, and it messes with me so much. Thank you, Chris Evan. I appreciate that. Crest of a hill on 81 South, turn to gravel gate is there. Yeah, that was. We were. But not in the immediate future by any means. Hopefully we'll beat the storms down to like Marlow. They're still maturing right now. There's a couple cells down there. These are going to be the ones we're going after for sure. I'm not seeing really any hint on radar yet of stuff going up further west towards Snyder. Excuse me. Still got the full tank of gas. probably used only a gallon or so. Maybe 2 gallons, but just driving along to our target. I wish we would have got this stuff 2 hours earlier. Because what did it fire at about 8 o'clock, 01Z. Just got to make it through these towns fast. It's only 60 miles away, but it's supposed to take us an hour 15 to get down there just because all these towns we're going to slow down. Be pretty much mature by time we get to them here. What the heck was that? Seeing lightning flashes behind us from those storms forming to the north. Bites of our snack and then just chase. Say we gotta get around this guy. Oh, got our first lightning flash from straight in front of us here. Yep, I'm starting to see some lightning flashes from that storm. We got a big anvil starting to form on that. Definitely an intense storm developing right now. Excited for this. I think it's going to go south of Oklahoma City, hopefully, with any luck. I think it fired too far south to really go straight up I-44, which is what the models were calling for earlier in the day. I don't know if we're going to get storms further northwest. I feel like we'd start to those Duncan storms are really blowing up. They're crossing, and they've just crossed into Oklahoma. See how fast these guys are moving. 1-inch hail to the northeast. Still not complete supercells just yet. Might be struggling with the cap. Moving northeast at 35. These should slow down a little once they really start to rotate. intercept this, what we might do is go down to Rush Springs and then go over towards Lindsay. Maybe we just go to Lindsay right away. Supposed to be there in an hour. Storm should be through there by then. I think what we do is we go down to Marlow and then go east. If we can get there in time. Gotta decide before we get through Chickasha if we go down to Lindsay first. So given where everything's at right now, I don't think we have to go all the way down to Lindsay. It's just kind of the safer play. We go up to Lindsay and then go west at Bray, towards Bray. Stop to Lindsay, Oklahoma. Allegedly, it only adds 9 minutes. So we're just gonna play stuff safe. I don't really want to core punch this thing at night. So I think what we'll do is we'll go down southwest to Lindsay, go south, and then approach it from the east. And everything's still maturing. I don't think there's gonna be a tornado in the 9-minute gap that we miss, but we'd actually be approaching with a view instead of coming through the rain. I don't completely know the character of these storms yet. Are they going to be big time hailers? Are they going to be tornado producers? So we're going to have to figure out. Yeah, I think this is the right call here. Be moving towards us while we're kind of getting out ahead. I think if we started down in Chickasha, we could just go south, but it's just like right on the edge. And I don't want to fall behind immediately. Especially because storms are supposed to turn east a little bit once they start rotating. They're going to take a right turn. So if these things are moving northeast now and they're not rotating very strongly, and they really acquire that rotation, they'll take a turn and we'll be kind of cut off in a bad spot. Yeah, definite supercell down by Temple right now. Weaker supercell coming up. Lindsay and south is my decision. There we go. That's another chaser who's just going to go straight down through. We might be playing this a little bit passively, but just given the geometry of this, I'm more comfortable doing it this way. Oh, we got an ambulance coming through behind us. Pull off here. Streetlights have a funny way of making my windshield look extra dirty. Canadian Valley technology. move south, we gotta go through a bunch of stoplights. Hopefully we can get through all green. With my luck, we'll hit every single light for the longest possible interval. I don't know why I'm exceptionally unlucky when it comes to anything traffic related. Like, I think I was chasing Mississippi and like a tree just randomly fell down. And then I got stuck behind somebody going like 30 on a 60. To get through here. Yeah, we're gonna go to Lindsay, Oklahoma, and then we're gonna go south. We're playing it really passive and safe. If there was a tornado warning, I'd probably dive straight through, but also with it being at nighttime and getting into a little bit, like it's not southwest Oklahoma anymore once you're in Lindsay. And even Duncan, it starts to get a little bit more forested. That's our storm for sure. Coming out of Temple, going through submergers, hopefully it's ready to go by the time we get on. Though it's fully absorbed all these storms, giving it the most promising updraft. Man, this makes my windshield look gross. I gotta find some way to like treat it or something. Yeah, that's rough. Already starting to right turn a little. It's gonna go straight through Duncan. Probably wise to go through Lindsay. Again, if it was daytime, I'd just plunge straight south and whatever happens, happens, but not so bold at night. I also feel like every time I'm targeting this region of Oklahoma specifically, like Chickasha and south, it's like always at night. Zooming out makes it look much better. I'll zoom out. Imagine that. Oklahoma. That's what we're gonna say tonight when we're next to the half-mile wide tornado. I can feel it. Hopefully we get some good nighttime structure. Turn on Oklahoma 19, go southeast, get ahead of these storms, get ourselves in the perfect spot. I didn't want to go south right away, but I think with these nighttime ones I always get too close too early and I end up, everything gets ahead of me and I don't see anything, so I think it's probably wiser to do it this way. Lindsay. Can't see it, but there are some flashes going on back there. I think we're going to be at this light for a minute. Or not? Wow. Okay. I'm not expecting that. We should be looking at a pretty clear storm today just because there's not many clouds in the warm sector. Complex of storms down by Duncan. merging. Lindsay definitely seemed like a great move. What does this sign say? Oh no. Got one can of soup left. I'll have to restock on the fly tomorrow. Alright, phone's fully charged, so on this road for 18 miles. just head there to start. Turn south early here. Updraft is definitely still back down by Temple, so we're gonna head towards Bray, and then we can go east towards Foster if we need to. Somewhere. There it is. here just to keep getting out ahead. this looks like it's going to be pretty clear. Maybe we get some great structure. brake on it too early like I always do. Oh, 2:30. Weak big tornado threat's going to be in the next hour and a half. In terms of environment, now, the environment might racing up. Our storms are really developing down by Comanche. A little bit west now. got 3/4 of a tank. Got kind of a little mini storm trying to form over us that we're gonna pass under. To get to the main supercell that's really trying to form here. I'm surprised they haven't extended that severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. We are right here. Go west for a mile. Then we dive south. Two miles, I lied, this way. A couple small little cells working their way up towards us. If this road is gravel or paved, we'll take it. Otherwise, we'll turn around. Storm still hasn't fully matured yet. It's only been alive about 2 hours, so. Take gravel. Paved would be perfect though, because then we know it's probably paved the whole way through. Okay, please just don't be dirt. Okay, looks paved. Yeah, you can kind of see a little cell right in front of us when we get a strong lightning flash. Little mini storm. get a couple photos. Definitely looking elevated though. What am I looking at? South here. Should pass just to my east, or excuse me, just to my north and west. I mean, it might be under the really photogenic part that I was looking at earlier. I'm looking underneath right now because there's kind of like some light illuminating underneath the base, and there's no low level rotation at all. Yeah, it seems like we're under kind of an elevated storm right now. It's a big flat base with no lowerings. So what we might do, we're gonna go south and just jump out and do some photography here, because I'm not anticipating a tornado anytime soon looking at this storm right now. Completely flat base. I don't see any lowering on it anywhere. But it's still really tall echo top. It's definitely a powerful storm. Don't think tornadoes are on the table right now. It could reorganize, you know, as the low level winds improve, and it could cut through that stable air. I mean, anything's possible. Storms do that pretty often, but southeast. We're south of the storm right now, so we're about to parallel it as it goes northeast. Whoa. Lots of potholes on this road. Alright, stop sign up here, and we're getting on Old State Highway 7. Going to be our long long-term storm though still. Definitely elevated. It's got to be really pretty once we get far enough southeast, honestly. East of the storm probably is going to provide the best views of it. South a little more and then bend back out east. This might just be one of those where we get way back off of it, get some structure, quit worrying about tornadoes, and get in position for the tornado threat tomorrow in southern Missouri again. Watching the stream with Maddie? We're doing some cool stuff, but not perfect position yet. Like, we still need to get further east. get shots for this storm. Definitely rocking that elevated supercell look. Like the base is pure flat, purely flat. Okay, we'll get up to 7 and then look for a good field. There'll be a tornado with us in the next couple hours. Gonna have to be some other storms. Cap is just much stronger today, which could lead to some funny stuff tomorrow. We're in Velma, Oklahoma right now. That's just inflow. gonna stop for some shots right here, guys. I'll be right back. Thankfully, camera's all ready to go. Yeah, guys, it's really elevated. I'm gonna try and refocus everything so you can see it better. Definitely getting choked off by the cap, it looks like. Yep. Don't expect anything tornadic from this short term, but it could reorganize. Just all this flanking line stuff here is completely flat. Completely flat. Okay. Definitely some elevated storms moving northeast right now, towards the south side of Oklahoma City. Even actually a left-moving storm moving on the west side of Oklahoma City. Apparently, just to the west of the storm, the one we're looking at is where the wall cloud was reported, but I don't believe that. I don't see anything underneath that base. We could probably pull off and try and go north, but I'm just not seeing anything crazy tornadic right now. We'll stay on it for a little bit, but we do have to get over to southern Missouri for tomorrow. Get towards Poplar Bluff, 8-hour drive from where we're at. So chat. See ya, Jacob. Or, why did I say that? See ya, Patrick. Sorry I missed you too. Yeah, we got some nice bolts, but I don't think this is going to be our tornado producer. I really doubt that there is any sort of rotation on that. Red's away, green's towards. Yeah, like, unless it's anti-cyclonic? Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll go north, try and stay on it for a little bit. And then we'll break off and head east for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big tornado day, I think. Yeah, looking at my photos, these things are super, super elevated. Can of soup ready because I'm about to get hungry. Okay. Need some utensils. Okay. Something other than a fork would be appreciated. Get a spoon. Closing the trunk and we're going to keep moving. Yeah, definitely not rotating. Completely flat base. Definitely time to move on. So our options are we can try and stay on this. This storm's going to be heading in the same general direction as our target tomorrow, but it's going to be moving more northeast. So I've got, I don't remember what time storms are supposed to go up tomorrow. But definitely an elevated mess of storms going through Oklahoma City, the southern side of Oklahoma City right now. These are mostly going to be hailers. Don't really see a tornado threat with this. Definitely not in the next hour or two. It needs a lot of time to reorganize, and it might just be too capped for tornadoes in general. Could just be time to call it. I want to try and stay on it though, because I feel like I always get trolled at night. I feel like I leave and then 30 minutes later, there's a tornado on the ground. But as for tomorrow, I'll probably end up sleeping somewhere in western Arkansas. Go south here. And then keep going east. That's why I got my soup, but what is my thing doing? There we go. Alrighty. I wonder if echo tops have fallen. If the heights of, if the tops of these storms have come down a little. It might be reconsolidating here. some storms apparently forming right next to us here on the edge of, I guess, what could be outflow, or is it the dry line itself? One of the two. I think it's outflow. But either way, I think the environment, especially further east, is more capped. The main compensating factor is that low-level winds are supposed to keep increasing, but I think that they're about at their best pretty shortly here. So if we're not getting surface-based storms, instability is just going to keep going down. Those temperatures keep cooling. Those storms up in like southwestern Iowa did anything. Alright. These supercells tomorrow really aren't supposed to get going till, well, the HER has some stuff firing around 1819 Z, which is pretty early in the day, 1, 2 o'clock. So we might peel off of this stuff. We could probably make it. Let's see, if we had to stop, we could stop in, if we stop in Fort Smith. Okay, yeah, we'll stop at probably at Fort Smith tonight, get some sleep there. And then go grab that stuff in northeast Arkansas. That's my plan for tomorrow. I wonder if they'll upgrade the risk to a moderate. I just need some, if there's going to be storms out there over the Delta, supposed to be flying, it looks like. They're supposed to be moving at a pretty decent pace, but not too fast. 3-kilometer cape. Yeah, big time 3 cape. I think we're going to peel off just so we can keep Indiana and Illinois in play too tomorrow. Because at least those will be daytime events as well. And this storm is completely outrunning us. That's the thing with these elevated storms, since they're not getting much in the way of ingesting air from the surface. They're not feeling the surface winds, which would slow them down a little. They're able to kind of glide along a little faster. I always find that these elevated storms just fly. Which is what's happening. Because that storm accelerated really quickly. Because it was moving at 35. Now moving at 45, moving northeast. So I think our plan is to get out ahead. If we see something cool, we'll stop and get some shots of it. But, you know, we're here for tornadoes, so we're going to be going down to the Mississippi Delta tomorrow, maybe into Illinois and southern Indiana. Hoping it stays in the Delta, because that's probably the best terrain in the region down there, so. I was just there too, so. A lot of storms going up now, a lot of severe storms. Some severe storms in severe storm south of Kansas City as well. Crash into this stuff that's already to our north, because we're going to head up towards I-40 and then go east. And then there's that threat even further east in the Carolinas on Monday, and kind of the whole East Coast, really. I mean, there's threats, there's a slight risk from like southeastern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, into the northern 2/3 of Alabama, basically the entire state of Georgia, Florida Panhandle, South, North Carolina, Virginia, half of West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York. So a big time slight risk tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, that's Monday, sorry. And then the following day, on Tuesday they have a 15% risk out for kind of Nebraska, southeast Nebraska, southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, northeast Kansas, kind of centered right there. And then Wednesday, the day after that, the Storm Prediction Center has a 30% severe risk out again for Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, western Kentucky, western Tennessee, and in far northern Mississippi. Day 2 days ago in Nebraska, that kind of didn't do anything. It was supposed to be in Nebraska, but really nothing formed. And then today, tomorrow, and then I thought I'd go home after that, but it seems like I'm going to be out a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, we're getting a nice shelf cloud starting to develop. Everything is crazy elevated looking though. mesoscale discussions may develop over the next few hours with these storms out ahead of us. But to me, these look like very narrow, pinched up drafts that are having a tough time. And I would rather get some daytime stuff tomorrow. It's definitely still possible to get tornado off this. Got a big mess of storms starting to form now anyway. we'll have one last intercept on these storms where they'll kind of run into us here. Definitely the mindset is to abandon this, I think, and then move on to tomorrow. I'm just asking for a daytime storm and good terrain that's moving slower than 40 miles an hour. All I'm asking for. Energy drink to get through the rest of this drive. Hours from where we're planning on stopping for the night. Stop immediately. The first place we can find a hotel, go to bed immediately, and get up early. Might try that. Just puts us really far away. Gives us a lot of driving to do tomorrow. There's a Casey's here. I'm gonna turn around and go back to that Casey's. Top off our gas before these storms roll through, and then we'll go get an energy drink. Haven't had much caffeine today. Had one coffee. The question is Celsius or Monster? What do we pick? Oh. There's that storm forming west of us. Got about half a tank of gas right now, so we're gonna quickly top off. And they got trash cans, so I can throw away the stuff I wanted to throw away earlier. This week is going to be a grind for sure. Don't want to overcommit to the mid-tier stuff when there's good opportunity tomorrow. How did that happen? I'll be right back, yo. Can't lie. I'm pretty hungry. I didn't have any pizza left in there. I was so disappointed. So, it's also really bright, just like a tad. Like a little. It was a little bright, sorry about that. Okay. Do we got any fast food options on the way? No McDonald's. I don't really want McDonald's. But I guess we'll take it. I already ate my soup, but I'm still pretty hungry. Alright, let's keep going east. Might just call the stream here so I can eat, chill out, and recharge for tomorrow. A lot of driving lately to see nothing, so I'll start to way down a little. See me on my phone. I'm not on my phone. Well, we made it through before the storms. Seems like that stuff north is honestly looking a little more convective and a little more surface-based and ragged as opposed to elevated with the smooth. Tornado threat up there. That's why they issued that mesoscale discussion. So I just got a Celsius because they didn't have the monster I wanted. So they're out of white monster. It should be illegal. I got a 3-hour drive. Definitely chase this stuff more if I wasn't chasing tomorrow. It's definitely looking better. Tell Snickers I said hi. And Jolene too. And Ranger. I think Snickers is probably doing okay. looks like there's stuff out till Wednesday. Yeah, it's definitely looking more convective, more tornado-y, as opposed to what it looked like earlier. But now it's getting to be pretty linear anyway. Getting pretty strong winds here from the south. It's probably what's causing that stuff to intensify. There's my McDonald's up there. Alright, when we pull into this McDonald's, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Just chill out and drive to my hotel in Arkansas. Expect heavy traffic. Art Festival, April 5th. Pulling to this McDonald's, look at chat, call the stream. Sulfur Dentistry. Properly get into the McDonald's. I could have just gone. Oh well. Hopefully they're open. Sometimes I feel like I get to a McDonald's in Oklahoma and it's like 11 and they're closed. Did I miss the turn? I did. What am I doing? What am I doing? Alright guys, I really appreciate you joining me even though there really wasn't much to see today. We had some okay structure, but everything ended pretty quickly, so it might legitimately be closed. Maybe not. Maybe. What's up? What is going on? Dude, I don't know what it is, but my Verizon is just dying here. Like, I got 4 bars, and I looked at McDonald's, and it said no matching result. And I'm like in the McDonald's parking lot. What is going on, bro? I just want my food. Okay, so now it pulls up the directions, but no information. Closing soon, so they have to be closing at... Yeah, they close at 11. Dang it, man. We just need some food. I think there's a Taco Bell down here. I'll just do that. If this Taco Bell closed at 11, I don't know what to do. Everything's closing. I don't know what it is, but my Verizon is doing terrible, even though I've got full service apparently, supposedly. Carl's Jr., where's that Taco Bell at? I know it's like right here. There's Pizza Hut, Carl's Jr. Used to be. Taco Mayo. Oh, there's Taco Bell. Please be open. They look open to me. There's a lot of people there. I'm gonna pull in here and call it a stream because I just want to chill out and drive to my hotel. So flip the camera around here, and hopefully I don't end it too early this. Oh. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me. I know it wasn't the best chase of all time, but hopefully we'll get on that tomorrow. You know, get something pretty cool. Maybe, hopefully a tornado tomorrow in Dixie. I feel like I've just been chasing all these events this year and they just haven't been panning out. So, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I will be live again tomorrow afternoon, probably about 2 o'clock, I think. So I will see you guys then. Bye. Making sure I'm